and Robert Hardy. I'm not saying Dick Hardy every episode. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Like as funny as that running joke is, like I don't want to beat a dead horse, like not to death, but I don't want to beat a dead horse further into death.
All right, thank you.
So yeah. But no, Rob, I was online and I happened to be on YouTube and I heard like these two dope ass rappers, man. And I was just like, these niggas got bars for days. They go by the name Outkast.
This nigga, oh my god.
Like I almost had you, didn't I?
Yeah, bro.
Ooh,
Okay.
that shit.
Right.
So like I'm gonna think of this every time now, like, cause it just dawned on me, like, who are the artists that are getting kids in their teens or even in middle school into rap music or into music period? Cause part of me is like yeah, we had T.I., we had Outkast, shit, we even had them one-off rappers like Will Smith and LL Cool J. You know, I kind of don't really want to consider LL Cool J a one-off rapper because apparently he's someone's favorite rapper. But
Yeah,
but I feel like that shit is weird. Like if I want to find a random kid today and be like, who was the first artist that you started listening to? And if they tell me like Tupac or Biggie, they got some sense. If I walk up to them and they say, oh, well, you know, Lil Yachty's always been my inspiration, I'll be like, no.
that just hurt my soul.
Remember that picture I sent you this morning when I said this made my stomach hurt? And it was a picture of like Gohan punching Cell in the stomach.
Oh yeah,
and it said what we saw, what Cell saw. Yo, that's what I'm gonna imagine every time somebody does something that I think is like not fucked up, but like when what they say has just no merit in my mind. that's the photo that I'm gonna think of. But yeah, like I'm forever gonna think like, who are these artists listening? Oh, not artists, but who are these? I mean, shit. Even if they are an artist, who are these people like listening to for their music digestive track?
I actually know the first rap album I've ever heard all the way through.
Oh shit!
Was Get Rich or Die Trying. That was the first rap album I ever heard, like all the way through. And yeah, it was 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying.
I think the first album I heard all the way through, because I don't want to count those mixtapes that like they try to hit you. Well, okay, I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, I had to walk from the school to the train station and catch the bus home, the MARTA bus home, public transportation, and it wasn't a far walk, but back when like society was not apparently as dangerous as it is now, you'd have people pass out mixtapes, you know, and like it would have like reputable artists on there. It'd be like it's almost like a professional mixtape of artist songs. Like you have Ludacris, T.I., Fat Joe, just you know, all type, Fabo, all of that. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be no people that you would never heard of. It was people that you knew. So, you know, over the course of my high school year, or not high school year, but over the course of me being in high school, I didn't go to high school for just a year. I like collected these and I would listen to them and I'd be like, damn, this shit sound amazing. So when I think of like, I don't want to count those, but when I think of the first album that I listened to, if it isn't not The Love Below, what was the other side of that album? Big Boy side of that album? Speakerbox. If it wasn't Speakerbox and The Love Below, I really think it was. Oh shit! See, now I'm thinking of three different albums. It's either Kanye's College Dropout.
That's a good one.
Or Lupe's The Cool.
Also a great one.
Or Speaker Box and Speaker Box and the Love Below.
What's funny about those three you just said? They might have all came out
at the same time. Yes.
Yo, that's oh my god.
And
hip hop was great.
Man, what? Hip hop from middle school to high school was off the fucking chain. I like my beat down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low. I like my beat down low and my talk lit back. See me riding 24s with a chopper in the back. Man, I listened to that shit the other day. Man.
Carter 2. Carter 2 Wayne.
So okay, so he, he's not like one of my favorite. I know, right? That shit's gonna take me back every time. But so like he's not one of my favorite artists, but he became like he's definitely for me an acquired taste because all of his stuff was like too different for me to appreciate. That's the way I'm gonna put that. It was too different for me to appreciate. So when I heard it, I was like, he sound funny, and I don't know if I like this. So I'm gonna pass.
This was back when Wayne. This is back when Wayne was calling himself the greatest rapper alive.
Oh, see, I definitely wasn't around for no shit like that. Like,
yeah, nigga,
I'd have been like, you have to prove it to me.
And he did. Around that time, he was on everybody's shit, dropping mixtape. Fire, bro.
I think back then, like for me, it was like I was like in between when it came to like the type of rap that I loved to listen to. So like before I became full, like I'm 95% conscious rap, which would be like your Lupe's, depending on which version of Kanye we get. Kanye, yeah, old Kanye, like, but then the other 5% would be like T.I. or Jeezy, definitely Jeezy. Oh my gosh, Jeezy, what you talking about? Man, yo, that one song. That one song, he had a song, and I fucking love banging this shit. Go Crazy.
Go Crazy was fire.
Man,
that whole first album, Jeezy first album is a classic. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That
course.
First album, classic.
And it was crazy is like, I think he's one of the ones who's like still making music today.
He is. It just ain't making noise like it used to.
Yeah. Man, when I tell you that shit, whew, that's why when J-Rock came out with that song that helped advertise Grand Theft Auto, yes, bro, that shit took me back for real.
Yeah, J-Rock fire too. Whew. But yeah, I remember, bro, G was so popular back in the day. I remember, niggas used to get in trouble for wearing that snowman shirt to school. Like, you could not wear that shirt to school. Like,
snowman shirt? I gotta like...
The snowman, like, the Jeezy the snowman.
Jeezy the
like
snowman.
Yeah, it was like a snowman shirt. It was black and it had the white snowman on the front.
T-shirt images.
Bro,
I feel like this is gonna like...
School,
these pictures should match.
They banned that shirt from my school.
Vintage Young Jeezy snowman logo. It's just a fucking snowman on his shirt. He's like an angry snowman.
Wow, but the school teachers over the front order found out what the snowman means. And
they found out what it means?
Yeah, because he's talking about drugs. Like Jesus snowman, like the white powder.
See,
yeah,
and then that takes me to like Young Jock, and we got that one song Coffee Shop.
Oh yeah, Young Jock, yeah.
First I pull up at that coffee shop, like man, stuff like that. So my 5% was Young Jock, Fabo, Jeezy, T.I., and it was one more rapper who I just like. I definitely was not listening to that shit for the content. I listened to it because it was my nigga Soulja Boy. Oh my gosh. So don't get me wrong. I've never heard a Soulja Boy album, but he be having these amazing ass one-off songs. He's like Motorcycle Snap. He's like the fucking
Kiss Me Through the Phone.
He's like Future, just minus the talk about drugs and maybe not as successful.
That one made Soulja Boy so weird to me because after he first came out with Superman, Kiss Through the Phone, and all that shit, he started acting like he was hard. Like after that, like
Oh
with
no,
the
that's.
tattoos and the guns, and
I don't
he
think I
talking
would
some of your
have.
blood.
I
I
don't think I
said,
would have
nigga,
did that.
what? I was like, bro, you was not
Oh,
rap about none of that when you first came out. What
you
you talking about?
you know who else? Like I slick. I don't want to say I admire them, but like they. This song is like my motto whenever I get like upset,
What?
and it's by Yola the Great.
Y'all look
you
great.
you know that damn artist. You know that artist. I'm seeing.
He
I
must have
gotta.
like one hit.
Oh well, I think he
Y'all look
had.
great.
Let me.
You threw me off with that one.
All right, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I got to.
While you looking for that, I will say your 3 albums. You said College Dropout came out 2004.
Mhm.
Outkast, Speak About Slash Love Below came out 2003.
Ooh.
And I Don't Get Rich That Trying came out 2003.
Here's that trying to come out together. So you said 2004, 2003, and when did The Cool come out?
The Cool came out.
I feel like that was in high
It was after
school.
all that. It was after all that. It was The Cool came out 2007.
Damn. Yeah, from the earliest year that you mentioned to then, hip hop was tremendously diverse.
This was better when we had the goddamn buy the albums.
Yes, you did.
You know, or have somebody fucking burn on them on a disc.
Man,
You know,
one nigga buy that shit, everybody got it.
Mhm.
Damn, but this is a song I'm talking about.
Oh my god, hell yeah, I know that song.
I was like, you know this song. Ain't no soul alive that don't know this bitch. Bro, when I tell you this was my motto, what y'all been told, but I gotta keep me a big bankroll. Yes, I'm fat bag and I'm sticking in some bag. Man, I tell you, man. You walk through, bro. So they played this at work one day. And I legit stopped all of what I was doing just to fucking sing this. I didn't give a fuck who was around. I was like, man, shit. It was a good day that day at work. Man. But yeah, them my like 5 to 6, you know, I know they don't really say a lot of good positive stuff, but I don't really care cause the beat does it for me, you know.
Damn.
Like,
yo, you threw me back with that one.
Oh shit!
Y'all the Great. That's his name.
His name is, well, it say DJ Yola on
DJ. I still want to know who that was before that.
Nah, DG is what it say. DG Yola, but when he first came out, he was going by Yola the Great.
Oh, that been that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like a DMX. We got to make sure he all right out here. We don't know what these folks is up to. I'm about to text my mom and be like, yo, I heard this amazing singer. And his name is Barry White. Have you heard of him?
Oh man. Please tell me what she responds, man.
I wish I could like do what they do like the radio stations where like call somebody up when they get ready to prank them, so like everybody listening could like, you know, hear it. And be like, hey mom, you up?
Man.
Oh man.
Yo, that's yo. Ain't me coming back with that one. But yeah, man, rap, man. Early 2000s, like, were amazing.
Yes, sir. Yes, they were. Oh, side note, I meant to mention this like a couple of days ago, but it was such a like obscure thing to learn that like my mind held on to the information, but I also forgot it at the same time because it was like, what? But I guess it also I'm finna say, can I call you real quick? My mom texts back. She said yes. I'm gonna call her real quick. But I found out Kim Jong used to be. He's basically like Korea's Ronald Reagan. Where he was, no, I don't want to say Ronald Reagan.
Who?
Kim Jong, the guy who like,
China?
yes, no, Korea, fool. I think it's Korea. But he like what did he do? He hold on quick.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Alright, how you doing?
I'm a little tired. I had some information I wanted to share with you real quick. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I was on YouTube and I heard about this artist, and they were like, "Oh my goodness!" Like they're a singer, and I just wanted to know if you had like heard of them. His name is Barry White.
Bad boy.
Wait. So I'm sitting here doing a podcast with my friend Robert, and we're on the subject of music, and I just wanted to shout you out because we were talking about like the first couple of albums that really got us into music, and when it comes to music, like I remember when you had bought Speaker Box, The Love Below, The Cool by Lupe, and what was the other one I said, Rob? And Kanye West is a college dropout. And I was telling him, I said, I wonder what children today, like, what's their first album? Like, who are they listening to? And I told him last week, I said, can you imagine, like, if you had a younger brother and they just came to your room, it's like, Rob, guess what? I heard this really amazing artist. He's like super really good. His name is Tip. Like, they call him T.I.P., but sometimes he goes by T.I., and like he just immediately bust out laughing, and that's like the whole gist of the conversation. But then I took it a step further and I said, what if it was like an older artist like Barry White or Whitney Houston? I could wholeheartedly picture my mom having this conversation with me, talking about something. Yeah, it's an amazing female singer. I don't know why I haven't heard of her before. Name's Aretha Franklin. Like, have you heard of this woman? She can sing. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to bother you or anything like that. We're gonna go ahead and get back to it. I'm gonna text you tomorrow though.
Shout out to the special guest.
I said I'm gonna text you tomorrow though. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Okay.
Love you, mommy.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Shout out to the special guest.
Right. But no, like the evolution of music is super. What's the word? I don't want to say it's drastic. It is interesting, but it's interesting in the fact that like I feel like it's going from one extreme to the other. Like
yeah, like for example, this year I don't know if you saw, but like Lil Uzi Vert, he dropped his album after years, and it's the most streamed album of 2020.
Oh wow,
that shit blew my mind when I saw that. Yeah, this is the most. Well, this was before the Weeknd dropped last week. I think the Weeknd took that spot.
Oh yeah,
but Lil Uzi Vert, like that album, they said the album was most streaming like records like recently. I was like, that many people listen to that nigga?
Really?
Yeah.
But see,
Lil Uzi he popular out here. Like,
but see, like that, but like that makes me wish I could track. Like it was somebody, Jordan Lucas. You told me that he is his own producer. He produces. Yeah, he's independent. I need to know, is The Weeknd independent? Because I still don't know where I would classify, his music.
The Weeknd streamed, when his album came out, it streamed out much time. But see, The Weeknd, that doesn't surprise me. I know The Weeknd's popular. I know
he's popular, but like.
But I don't hear people talk about it.
Exactly.
That's what makes it weird.
That's what has me slightly concerned.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. He's in that. That's why I say he's in that space. Like, we know he's popular, but people around, especially around us, don't really talk about him.
Right.
And I hear that song Heartless. I heard.
Man.
I hear Heartless and I hear Blinding Lights.
Yeah, Blinding Lights that came on today when I was in the cafeteria, and I just like
I love that song, man.
felt my head just bobbing.
That shit gotta be on Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh my goodness! What if they go back to Vice City? Yes. I would damn near pay money for that.
And everybody praising his
pay money
album
for it.
after hours. I gotta hear it. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
got some music. I got some music on. Well, he's definitely on my list of albums I gotta hear. Like, I want to hear that shit, the whole thing, see what it sounds like. When people praise it, I see nothing but good things.
But the meat of the conversation, that article that you sent me about God of War.
Crazy,
bro. I cannot believe that's a thing.
That is a thing. The only reason I know about this is because of the other podcast I listened to.
Oh.
They were talking about it. So I remember that when you asked me for topics. So I actually went to Google and searched it and looked it up and sent it to you. Yeah, but people calling him a misogynist, bro.
Yeah, because it's funny because when I think about that game, like there's so much blood, guts, and gore that I don't have time to notice anything resembling. Right.
The women, like how you treat the women, like what the fuck? Like,
not to sound crazy by any means, but if anything, he has the utmost respect for them because he's pleasuring them. But that's like the sweep under the rug type of comment. But I mean, if I had to be like wholeheartedly serious, like he's not wrong. All of those times you were like mashing the shit out of your circle button were consensual. Well, yeah, it was hilarious too, but it was definitely consensual.
Him to the bed every time.
Yep. Yes,
he
they did.
Grabbed two bitches and just
said,
threw them on the bed. Yeah, like
just repeatedly shouted at them.
And mind you, misogynist, I don't believe people know what that word means.
Yeah, they don't.
A misogynist is a person who
I had to look that shit up.
Just strongly prejudiced against women. When has Kratos ever done that in the game? He pleasures the women on the first three.
Mm-hmm.
He even slept with what's her name? What's that girl's name? Aphrodite?
Yep.
That's her name, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she wanted him to. I don't know. I'm saying, yo, I don't get it. Like
people,
but David Jaffe, who was like one of the original creators of Kratos and God of War.
Yeah.
He's the one that's like defending him on Twitter. I said, where do these people come from talking about Kratos as a misogynist?
People really want to like
Me Too.
Just have they want to have something to complain about. Meanwhile, this whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard court case is going unreported by the fucking news media.
Yeah, nobody talk about it.
And I saw a YouTube video today, and the dude was like, he's in the camp of they should just remove her from the Aquaman movie. Don't reduce her role. Remove her from the Aquaman movie. So I commented and said, if WB doesn't remove her from this movie, that is the equivalent of giving her a slap on the wrist. If they just say we're going to reduce her role as opposed to replace her. Because you got to think, Johnny Depp got accused. They booted him off of I think 3 different movies. I think, don't quote me on it, but I know that it hurt his career to where people were like, oh no, I'm not gonna let you be in my movie, bro. You over here Joe Budden and bitches. No. I had to find a way to get that in there. but that really makes a person's career suffer. So why should she be any different? And it's not on no, backlash or haha, now it happens to you, or even.
They're not getting that talked about that much, really.
Right. So.
And I think because it's her. If this was Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro, that's what I'm saying. If it was a woman, if it was a man legitimately doing this to a woman, done for. Guilty until proven innocent. But I love this song, by the way. I just want you to know I love this song. Glow. Yes. But I know, right? that nigga Zach done stole my chicken jalapeno recipe. But nah, so So, like, I feel upset about this, and I said, if they don't remove her from this movie, then I feel like there should be some sort of men's rights activist group to go up in arms about this. And what's crazy is a couple of days ago, or I think it might have just been yesterday, I was watching this new channel, Abba and Preach, or I think it's Abba and Preach, and they were going over a video where they were talking about like men's rights versus feminist rights. And one of the girls said the stupidest shit I've ever heard in terms of like people's suffering. She said she did not understand why men need like an activist rights group.
That's that bullshit, see? That's
exactly.
That bullshit right there.
And part of like the other things that were like going on in the video, the dude was saying, or one of the guys was saying, what did they say? They were like, men are at a higher risk of actually going through with like suicide. Women are a higher statistic for being depressed, but men actually go through with that shit. Like their life expectancy is a lot lower than women because of, you know, the types of jobs they have and this, that, and other. And, you know, I'm just, you know, listening, like absorbing the information. And I'm thinking to myself, like before that video, I would have been like, do we need men's activist groups? Because I don't know what the fuck we need them for. And it wasn't even like me like bashing us as guys. It was just me like genuinely not knowing the type of shit that like affects us, because either A, it's not affecting me as an individual, or B, I just didn't know. But now that I know, I'm like, you know, if people want to get together and fight that cause, cool. But don't tell me that there is no reason for a person to be fighting the cause when you don't have like the statistics to back it up and whatnot.
Feminists get on my damn nerves.
Want equal rights for everybody, but ain't really standing up for you know, everybody.
Yeah,
so
I mean, come in, cause you know, people forget, you know, men can get raped too, man. Like,
oh yeah,
just happen to women.
And the only thing I don't know is whether or not that rape takes place between man and a woman. If it's the man getting raped, I don't know if it's, you know, woman, if there are any cases that it's woman versus man, not, you know, the other way around. Like, we know there are cases of men raping women, but we don't know if there are cases of a woman having raped a man.
Oh yeah. There's cases. That's happening.
I mean, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily know. This is gonna be ugly. I'm designing a car right now, as per my
Hell yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's happened. Hell yeah, that's happened. It just doesn't happen. I don't think either it doesn't happen as often, or men just don't come out and say anything. Because, you know, a man getting raped, I always feel like people look at it like a man getting raped as like,
That's how look at it.
Like, bro, you a guy, you should have
fought back.
Been able to fight. Yeah, like, you know, how you let a woman do that to you? I feel like
I think the other thing is, and this is not me like trying to make light of the situation, but I feel like if a woman wants to rape a man's never gonna complain about that, because the general consensus is that all guys want some oochie coochie, you know. they want that from a woman. So I feel like the consensus is gonna be, I ain't get raped, he wanted it.
What about you?
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother story, but we're going off the pretense that there are no faces involved. I mean, of course, like, I'm I'm not gonna say it can't happen. I'm not gonna say it won't happen. But me personally, I cannot picture myself being in a situation where a woman I deem unattractive to me, right?
And you don't want to have sex with her,
right? But I guarantee you, if it's right, but I guarantee you, if Scarlett Johansson bust into your room right now and said, "Nigga, drop them drawers," I guarantee you, you're not going to say no. Right. See? And that's the problem. Like, I feel like if there are cases of women raping men, they're not gonna take that seriously because it's a strong ass bias. Cause you could walk down the street. I can't even get, like, I want to think of a famous person who's like unappealing physically, like a female famous person who's unappealing physically, but I can't, like, I put it like this. I put it like this. If you got forced upon by Scarlett Johansson, you probably wouldn't say nothing. But if you got forced upon by, like, Oprah,
okay,
yeah, you probably wouldn't. You probably would be fucking screaming to the top of your lungs. Not saying that I personally don't find her attractive. I'm just saying, like, as a comparison, you find one more attractive than the other. Of course, all women are beautiful. All women are lovely. But in the guise of this particular conversation, you know. So, to tie it all back in, Kratos being, like, misogynistic is like a gross misunderstanding of the character. And a complete misunderstanding of the definition.
Right.
Like,
they're calling the wrong word. They're just
right.
You know.
If anything,
bro, the most recent God of War, the only reason he did any of that is because of his wife.
Right. But Kratos is misogynistic.
It's the fucking craziest. I couldn't believe that shit when I saw that article. And like, David Jaffe gotta defend this man. Like, that's the craziest thing. Like, the whole recent God of War, 2018 God of War, it's because of his wife. That was her dying wish.
I mean, you can't even
him and Atreus do what they did on that game.
You can't even call him sexist.
No, you can't.
Like,
he never disrespected women on that game.
I promise you, I promise you, if Kratos was beefing with his mom instead of his dad, that bitch would have got the same, if not more, equal reaction from his fists.
Hell yeah, he would have beat the shit out of her.
Right.
Number 3.
Like,
equal opportunity, Kratos.
Right.
This Kratos, he'll do fucking you a man over.
Right. He would have let it be known, like, hey, you know, you still killed my dad, because, you know, in this case, Kratos, Zeus killed his mom. Like, you still killed my dad, so don't think that just because you a lady and a goddess that you can't die as well. Like,
right. That was so damn dirty. I was thinking about that, like,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
his mom because she told him the truth or something like that.
Well, because she was cursed. Yeah, she was cursed.
So she turned to a fucking monster or whatever.
That shit, like, that actually, like, was one of the more interesting ways to tell a story, in my opinion. Because
so goddamn much.
Right. I mean, at that point, that would be my driving force. Like, I don't care that you left me a bastard and I have, like, godlike abilities. I probably wouldn't fucking care, to be honest, because the fact that I have godlike abilities would make up for me not caring that you weren't in my life. But you killing my mom, and that's another thing. Dude had his mom killed, but he's misogynistic. If that were the case, Kratos wouldn't give two shits about his mom having been killed at all.
He wouldn't.
Damn the fact that the game she was killed in was less, what's the word? Not as popular, but
yeah, the PSP game.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like, people will find anything to make an article about.
Like, he killed
Yeah.
his wife and his daughter. That was by accident.
Right.
That's the reason he hated Ares and the gods like that, because Ares put them there because they would have basically made Kratos more savage if he didn't have a wife and a child.
Oh yeah. Kind of like
Think about.
that shit made me think of Cole McGrath's story, yo. When he like, it takes a strong individual to go back in time and fuck up your past life so that your future self can succeed in what you need. Right. And then the variables with that, because, you know, not to my knowledge, but nobody in fucking reality has created a time machine, so we don't know how our time works as far as altering. Right. So for Kessler to go back in time, kill his wife and daughter, how does he know that wouldn't have erased him from existence? Because he no longer exists. He can't be that guy.
Yeah, basically. But, you know, like we said before, time travel, as far as we've seen in movies and shows, there's only two ways it could work.
Well, yeah, you're right. Either it branches off, or it directly affects. Which is scary.
So there's the only two ways it would work.
That's scary when I think about that, because it makes me feel like I actually feel like I don't know. I would prefer the branching line to be more true than the one timeline thing.
Yeah, you go back in time and you know, basically, because like in game said, like, you go back in time, you tell yourself something. That present self, your present self wouldn't exist no more because you changed your past self.
Right.
But in game is saying, you know, that can't happen like that.
Right.
Then you wouldn't be here no more.
If you go back in time and you change your past, your current past is now your future. Or your current past is now your present. The way they broke that shit down was, I followed it. Can I explain it to somebody else? Fuck no. But I don't want to, because I just need to know that I understood it.
Right. But that's all. That's it. You would change your past self. In game was the Dragon Ball Z time travel theory with Trunks. It's the same thing. When Trunks went back in time, he went back in time to change his future. He realized it didn't work like that.
Right.
He just made a different future for Goku now.
Right.
But his present was still the same, regardless of what he did.
I would still be mad about that. And not to sound like a selfish bastard, but if I went back in time to save like my time, and I'm not really saving my time, I'm saving like another time. And so I go back to my time and realize, oh shit, keeping Rob alive. Right, keeping Rob alive didn't do shit for me. I would go back to the time that I saved and just live there. And I'm so sorry for everyone that had to die. I mean, but then again, if we had fantastical means, and like, by fantastical I mean the hyperbolic time chamber is a place that exists. Yeah, I would train and just be like, alright y'all, I'll be back in like 5 minutes to help y'all with y'all shit. Just like give me like 20 minutes to like fix my shit. Like
which I kind of wish Dragon Ball Super took that route, that Trunks just stayed back.
I felt like, see, I kind of can't remember the ending of the Goku Black saga for Trunks in my. I just remember Zamasu getting snapped out of existence
by Zeno.
Yes.
So then Trunks went back to Goku's time. Right,
and he just lived a normal life, right?
No. He went back to the future, but Whis did something like, I think he went there. Trunks went back to the future, but before Zamasu took Goku's body, they wanted to go kill Zamasu. They didn't show it though. I think that was Whis' plan. They wanted to go kill Zamasu so he wouldn't never become Goku Black or something like that. Cause I'm getting confused because even the Goku Black timeline confusing. Because Goku Black and Zamasu don't exist in Trunks' timeline. For some reason, they jumped over the Trunks' timeline after Zamasu took it. But even that one was so confusing too.
Yeah, like I didn't follow none of that.
I didn't know at the end Goku, at the end Trunks and his girl went back to the future, but it was a future before Goku actually. That's what I think. I thought it was weird. That's why I can't wait to see. He told us not to talk about it because he's gonna explain it. He's going to explain it.
And I tell you, I'm waiting on that golden line. And then Zeno comes and poof, talks over. What the hell did I just watch?
He's gonna do it. I'm gonna be laughing if he gets right. If you get this right, I'm gonna be laughing.
Man.
Because it was so great. Like when Trunks killed Zamos, it was so great moment. Great moment. But then when Zamos went to the sky, I said, what? That moment was crazy to me.
My brain could not handle none of what was going on.
Why they decided to do that? Trunks put that sword through.
It's like they wanted a grand finale, but they didn't know how to do it. So they just like...
They wanted Trunks to kill Zamos.
Yeah, but honestly, somebody...
Not Vegito.
Right. Obviously, somebody said, let's not even have Trunks kill him.
Let's have Trunks kill him. Let's not let Vegito do it, even though Vegito should have done it.
Right.
Let's not have Vegito.
And
have Trunks have his epic moment.
I hate the Potara retcon. I hope he touches on that. I hope he touches on that too.
He is.
Oh my god! Because now every time I think of that, I think, you mean to tell me they were fighting Majin Buu for 2 fucking hours, and that's why they split apart? So if they hadn't came up with this ingenious ass plan, which really shows that Goku and Vegeta can think and fight on the fucking fly, that they would have just separated and been back to fucking square one, as opposed to just, well, I guess we're just gonna have to fucking be one person for the rest of our goddamn life, but hey, the Earth will be safe.
Yes.
Like
that was
my
so
goodness.
They did retcon the Potara on Dragon Ball Super. You gonna talk
That
about that
shit,
stuff?
man.
They did. They sure did. That was great.
That legitimately made me mad when I saw that, because I was like, who the fuck?
It made me mad, but then Vegito came back, and I was happy to see him.
Yeah. And the only cool thing about Super is that now Gogeta and Vegito are canon. So if it were up to me, I feel like I would do the fusion dance first, and if I can't beat them then I do the Pataras. But the downside is always the fact that Goku and Vegeta are so fucking strong, they diminish their time limit because of how powerful they are. Which also leads me to believe that if they had to fight Beerus straight up, they're gonna end that man's whole career.
Cause like Vegito, and that's another thing too. I know you're gonna talk about, like Vegito was not there that long. He was
right.
For like 10 minutes.
30 minutes. I think it was 30 minutes.
It was 30 minutes, but it was probably like 10 minutes of that episode.
Oh yeah.
And that was it. That's all we got.
And I know he's gonna be excited. He was like, at first, when I saw Vegito hit the screen, my heart was jumping with excitement. I thought, oh boy, I really get to see one of the world's greatest characters in Dragon Ball Z history make his climactic return. And then 10 minutes went by, and we got Goku and Vegeta back. Thanks for that.
You sound just like this You sound just like this nigga,
man. When you watch enough of anybody's shit, you just kind of know. Like, I got this whole man's mannerisms down. But like Mega Man, now I have your power cut, man.
Hey, to the listeners, there will be a Dragon Ball Z fanatic like us, watch Totally
Yes, please. Totally Not Mark is probably one of my favorite YouTubers right now. And I think...
I'm excited about his Goku Black saga.
Yes.
I
I totally. And the cool thing about him and uploads, they come when you least expect it, but they come. Well, for me anyway, I get the uploads right when there's nothing else on YouTube for me to watch. So.
And then he's one YouTuber where I think I've wholeheartedly agreed with every video.
Oh yeah. Hell yes.
Agree with his opinion on any of his subject matter.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. One person who I think maybe I stopped following them. I don't know, but one person whose videos kind of don't pop up for me anymore, Angry Joe. Oh shit. Okay, well never mind then. I guess I got something to watch. Oh man. Can't wait to watch that.
It looked like he really liked it.
I hope so. I like his videos for the skits that he does in the build up to talking about it.
Yeah, he definitely got one this one.
I hope he did one for I hope he did one for Resident Evil 3 demo and like Final Fantasy. No, the demos though.
Demos.
I mean, I know he's gonna do a review for Resident Evil 3.
He should do a review for that and Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, and I feel like he's gonna be like, what's the word? I feel like he's gonna be absolutely brutal on Resident Evil 3. He's gonna be very brutal. You know what? If I had to guess, I don't think he's gonna like Resident Evil 3 that much. Like he's gonna like it. He's gonna say, yeah, it's a playable game, but I feel like he's gonna have more negs than positives.
He's going to like Resident Evil 3, and not as much as he likes 2.
So I'm gonna say the same thing, but I feel like it's just gonna be more negatives than positives. It's not gonna get that badass seal of approval, that's for sure.
And that's another thing, man. Like, I'm kind of on the fence with the game right now. Like,
Resident Evil 3?
Yeah.
Whoa, why?
I thought about like the length. How they say how it's short.
Oh damn.
And, you know, people are really out here saying like it's not as good as the 2 remake. And again, it's short. It's no new game. Plus,
so
it's not going back through it to see a whole nother person's perspective, like you did with Leon and Claire. Like once you beat it with Jill, that's it.
it's almost like somebody got in their ear and said, you know, nobody wanted to play the whole game twice, even though you're playing with a different character. So just put both of the characters in there, give each of them their own section, and yeah, there we go.
And what's conflicting about this too, it's like people are out here liking Resident Evil 3, like they're liking the game. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's the length, it's the nemesis not showing up as much as people thought he would.
Right,
And
right.
there's no new game plus, you know, which is weird. But that should be their day one because Resident Evil 2, I want to say, I don't ever had a new game plus. I didn't remember going through it twice because, you know, again, Leon's perspective, Claire's perspective. That's dope.
Right.
3 didn't do that, but it's like what they said. I'm trying to think about what one person said. There was like Jill, and they say Jill's a badass character too. You know?
Which makes it all the more travesty that you don't get to like do more with her, I guess. Or not do more with her, but do more longer. Oh, you finally learned his name. Santiago is now Carlos. But it'd be more funny if his last name was Santiago still. Carlos Santiago.
Yes, Carlos. So you play what you play, but you don't go through like 2 playthroughs with them. You know, they switch. You play as Jill. At some point in the game, you play as Carlos.
So
At some point in the game, you switch back to Jill.
So I think the reason for that is
and again, this game is I don't like.
I think they rested on their laurels.
And this is another thing too. I saw somebody say today, like a huge Resident Evil fan, saying like even the old Resident Evils,
Yeah, that's.
The old Resident Evil 3 was shorter than 2.
Oh,
Like, even
Okay, so never mind then, because I was gonna say it shouldn't. I was gonna say we shouldn't be comparing Resident Evil 3 remake to Resident Evil 2 remake. We should be comparing Resident Evil 3 remake to Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
so if there so
everybody's gonna compare it to Resident Evil 2 remake, especially since that remake just came out last year.
Right.
They're just a year apart.
Damn. That's bad for them to be a year apart and be like that. I mean, if we're comparing remake to remake, that's bad. Excuse me, because you would think more would come out of that.
Yeah, because like again, I didn't grow up a Resident Evil fan, but now these remakes are like
these remakes are infecting you faster than the T virus.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know why you hesitated to say yes. It's just like nah, dog, nah. It's not coursing through my veins or we're not there yet.
Because I've said this many times. The Resident Evil 2 remake was my personal game of the year.
Yeah. So of course you'd be looking forward to
that. Of course. Now, but yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna get it, but I feel like I'm gonna be a little disappointed myself.
Damn.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it because I ain't bought no game this year.
Shit, did I?
Have you? I haven't bought $60
snap! I'm not counting Pokemon. I'm sorry. I'm not counting Pokemon. Yeah, you're right. It did come out last year, but I don't think I bought it until this year. But I'm still that's not why I'm not counting it. Though. I'm not counting it because it I don't know. It's just in a different space.
Okay. Yeah, man. Like a game that came out in 2020 that I paid $60 for. I have not done that all year.
Some would say that you came out on top.
It's true. And a lot of people fucking with Doom Eternal. And I don't feel like I'm about that game. I watch some gameplay. That shit does.
Man, what I told you, bro. Like that game makes me want to play it. And I'm definitely not a fucking Doom fan. Like
me neither. I'm not a Doom fan at all. That's another game. Cause these are I don't want to call these Doom games remakes, but Doom came out a long time ago.
They pretty much are. I mean, okay, so I played the one on the PC with the bad graphics, but I never knew what I was doing. I just knew when a monster showed up, I was scared as fuck because I didn't know how to shoot and shit. And when I did know how to shoot, I wasted all the ammo. So I don't know.
The everything when I see gameplay of that shit looks like a fucking adrenaline rush. That when they be shooting and killing the fucking aliens or monsters, whatever they killing. And the campaign is actually like a good length. They said the campaign, I think they said about 15 hours.
Ooh, and Doom Eternal?
It's kind of lengthy, but it's not boring. Like they say it's actually pretty good.
That
might be a game I might pick up.
Hell yeah. And see, I kind of want to pick it up alongside you, but that multiplayer does not grab me the way I thought it would. So the only reason it doesn't grab me is because it's 2v1, but the reviewer that I saw review this game said that the what did they say? They basically said that for a game that kind of makes you feel good about movement, like no one's gonna want to play the game mode that has your movement slick restricted because you're playing a demon that doesn't move like the Doom Slayer, So in my mind, I'm like, you're not wrong,
right?
Because I definitely would not want to play that game,
right?
So.
Yeah, but like I said, man, Resident Evil 3 comes out this Friday. I'm gonna get it because let me form my own opinion.
Right. Definitely should. I would tell anybody that whether it's a movies, music, or a video game, form your own opinion. Like critics are fun, but they are people just like you and me. They have opinions. They have, they just have opinions in my mind. Like
that's one person's opinion. And
right.
It's like we talked about before. It's one person's opinion to put the score in that game, but that score represents the whole site.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I slick don't like that when I think about it now, cause if you do a review on a game and I don't like your review, but you tell me that this game isn't all that, that's slick gonna make me not want to get the game. But then if I have a friend who got the game and they liked it, I'm gonna feel like an asshole now, because I'm gonna be like, well damn, they got the game and fucking loved it. I got the game and hated. Well, I didn't get the game and hated my guts for it.
You see what I'm saying? Perfect example is shit. Again, Resident Evil 3. Like right now, IGN gave it a 9. That woman praised Resident Evil 3.
Right.
You go to GameSpot, them motherfuckers gave it a 6. I ain't watched the review.
But, okay, so
I was like, oh my god.
So for some reason, I actually want to stand by GameStop. I want to stay. You said IGN give it a 9, GameStop give it a 6. Given everything we've heard about what people have been saying about this game, IGN is gaslighting. They are boosting people's heads up. The person who played it probably really genuinely liked it. They gave it a 9. But I don't feel like that 9 is reflective of all of IGN. That 6 though, GameSpot meant that shit. GameStop said, you know what? This game is short. There aren't that many accounts of Nemesis, and no puzzles. Like, why would I like this? This game is a 6 at best. And boom, there you go. I'm so serious. Like,
I know. I just gave it a 9. GameSpot gave it a 6, and I feel like I'm gonna feel like GameSpot probably rated it too low. Maybe it says it's being harsh.
No.
Getting somebody's opinion.
Okay, so the only reason I don't feel like GameStop is being too harsh is because if we gave it a 7, that would mean there is a fire ass cutscene, and I do not believe that exists.
I really want to get this game too, to see how the fuck they kill Nemesis. Like, he gotta be the final boss in the game. I don't want to see how they kill it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Somebody like that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really feel like there is any killing him for some reason. Like, my brain keeps telling me there's no way to stop Nemesis. It's Nemesis.
Yeah.
And then I saw somebody at work today, just randomly, because I was in a portion of my job where I was on the top floor, and it was so quiet. Even though there was music playing in the building, it was so quiet though. When I saw the dude, I said, "Hey, are you into games?" And they were like, "Yeah." They said, I said, how creepy would it be if, like, you just heard doom, 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 stars? And without batting an eye, he said, I don't think it'd be creepy at all. And my jaw just kind of dropped because I was in, like, utter disbelief. I was like, oh, so you like having the shit scared out of you? And he was like, no, not really. I mean, I just don't think it would be uncommon. And I was like, you sound like a fan of Resident Evil. He's like, not really. That one guy though, like, he's pretty dope. But I felt like he was getting Mr. X confused with Nemesis, cause he was like, he doesn't run. I said, bullshit. That nigga runs like a fucking track star. So, and I even described him. He got the description right, but like I said, he was definitely talking about the wrong, the wrong cat. So then he asked me.
Go ahead.
So then he asked me. He said, I don't think that's really all that scary to me. But one thing I do think is scary. You ever played a game called Dead Space? I said no. I said no. I immediately was like, fuck that game. I told him about the one time in college. I said I had a friend named Warren. He let me play the game. He said he wanted me to play it, and so we were all just sitting in my living room, and I'm giggling because it's shit that like I know I need to do, but I don't want to do it. And he was like, man, you're not getting like the real experience. I was like, what you mean I'm playing it? He's like, yeah, but you got us here. You're not scared shitless like how I was when I played it. I was like, who the fuck wants to be scared shitless playing that game? But then there's a portion in the game, and I happen to be playing that part where you have to go outside the ship. And I applaud the developers for this because it did not occur to me. I thought something was wrong with my fucking TV. I stepped outside of the ship, and he's magnetized to the ship so he doesn't fucking float off into space. And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, why the fuck do I not hear any sound? And he was like, bro, you're outside in space. Yeah, he was like, you're outside in space. I said, I get that, but why is there no sound? He's like, fool, there is no fucking sound in space. I said, shit, you're right. That makes so, because you gotta think about all these other games, like Star Wars. When we played like the starfight battles, you heard explosions, you saw shit explode. There was sounds of like TIE fighters and starships whizzing through space. Right. In this game, nah, fam. And I told him, I said, I was perfectly fine going outside until I kept walking for like 10 seconds, and I said, I feel like I need to turn around. Like, I just had that feeling that something said, turn around. It's like, the game didn't tell you this. No, the game didn't tell me to turn around. It was me. I was like, I feel like I need to turn around. And as I'm turning around, oh, shit. It was like one of them fucking... Yes, I didn't know the name was it. What I didn't know the name of it at the time. I just said them leg shaking niggas was fucking walking towards me, and like I started panicking. But
that's that would make that scary.
Yes, yes it is.
The necromorph would be out there with you. You wouldn't know because you wouldn't hear it. You wouldn't hear it.
Yep, and that's.
You still had to kill it.
Oh, of course, shit. Kill or be killed, my boy.
The atmosphere in Dead Space will forever get a 10. They put the atmosphere perfect. Like pretend like Dead Space 1 that you in a spaceship by yourself, that is just floating in space, was the scariest. You've always felt alone.
Man, hell yeah.
Necromorphs all over the ship. You would hear shit, never see it.
I really feel like when they got around to 3, somebody said, this shit is too goddamn scary. Give this man a teammate.
Yeah. EA.
Damn.
Man, I hate it. Dead Space 1. Well, 2 is my... 1 was probably the scariest, but 2 is my favorite. I love 2 because 2 put the action in, but not so much where they called it an action game. It was still horror.
Mm-hmm. But it was enough to keep you on your toes.
Hell yeah. And they made the gameplay, they just improved on what was wrong with Dead Space 1. Like, it made it way better in 2. I love 2. I went through 2 so much. Like, 3 was just trash. But
right.
Because of EA, because that's why I'm glad when the Dead Space creators came out and said, like, it wasn't our fault. This was our plan for Dead Space 3. Then his plan sounded so awesome.
Man,
he told him no to all that.
And I really, and the crazy part is they got punished for EA's stupid ass decisions. Oh, we're just gonna shut down y'all studio.
Yeah, Dead Space 3 was the lowest selling one out the trilogy.
Yeah.
Come on now, because EA, like, that shit's crazy. They thought adding a co-op partner would make the sales go up. No.
Nah, on a horror game, no. What you think this is? What you think this is? Left 4 Dead? Nah, son. No siree, Bob.
And they never did even remaster them guys enough. They did that series dirty. If they would have made a Dead Space remaster collection with like the first 3, I would have bought that shit full price.
If they ever do that, I will try to get past the first one out of respect for you and that you have for this game.
I love Dead Space though. 1 and 2. Loved them, bro.
Cause I never will see myself playing this game. And somebody, I don't know if it was you, somebody said that I enjoy watching these games versus playing them because I'm not the one in the chair getting the shit scared out of me. I said, you goddamn right. I'm not the one risking my damn heart for this shit. So
yeah, but yeah, shout out to Dead Space 1. Fuck 3, but
damn.
1 and 2 classics.
But yeah, I don't even know, like because of this whole pandemic and everybody having to stay indoors and stay safe and whatever, I have no idea what I should be looking forward to outside of Resident Evil 3 and Final Fantasy 7 remake. Like everything.
This month, that's it for me.
I feel like I'm gonna be indoors killing noobs on Uncharted 4. Yeah.
I'm definitely back on that multiplayer next week.
Oh yeah, I guess I gotta find time to like download the game then. So
it's gonna be free next Tuesday, so that was for free. And then I probably doing that multiplayer, not that Tuesday night. Probably I get them niggas like 2 days. I was about
2
Thursday.
days.
Yeah, cause I'm pretty sure people go to the store. They'll do the store first.
2 days ain't enough time.
Not everybody.
No, but 2 days, like, even if I was one of them for Uncharted 4,
I give them 2 days.
2 days to beat the story. Damn, I would hate for you to be I would hate for you to be but 2 days is not enough time to finish the game, bro.
You saying I'm giving them too short of a time? That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Like, I definitely didn't beat that damn game in 2 days. Hell is wrong with you?
But see, my mind too, it's quarantine. So people gonna be at home.
Oh, they're gonna be on longer.
Yeah. I give them till Saturday.
Okay.
I give them till Saturday. I give them 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days is definitely enough. Were we in school when Uncharted 4 came out?
Was we in school in 2016? No.
Oh, you're right. But we definitely had jobs.
4 years, god damn. Yeah. Uncharted 4 was also my last collector's edition I bought for a game.
Oh, word. I wish I could get into, like, doing that. I'm not.
The game has to really fucking impress me.
Cyberpunk is that game. Cyberpunk is definitely that game. I don't know.
Uncharted 4 was one of them, man. You already know how hype I was. I know we both were hyped because you had played the other 3.
Oh man, you were so clutch for that shit.
Yeah. But before 4 came out, man, I was the hypest nigga in the world.
And I still maintain that if you've never played like the first 3, wait before you play 4.
Yeah, I guarantee it's gonna be somebody getting that shit next week and then not play the other 3. Which is I think about this, right? I guarantee somebody's gonna do this, and that's gonna be fucking crazy because Uncharted Collection was free like 2 months ago.
Yep.
They just gave these niggas the whole series.
Yeah.
In the past
that's why when I sent you that text and the photo, I was like, what the fuck? So now all the greatest games that Naughty Dog has ever made are now free because they did Last of Us, they did the Uncharted collection. Now they doing Uncharted 4. What's next? Lost Legacy, Ratchet and Clank from like the PS3 days, PS2 days.
I wish we I wish we had like statistics to. I'm pretty sure only PlayStation knows these
Statistics of what?
Like how many people download and try to collection free.
I'm sure you can look that up. I'm very sure you can look that up. I don't see why I wouldn't. I'm gonna change cars, and I'm definitely gonna look this up.
Uncharted finna be free. Not like I said, I guarantee it's gonna be something.
How many people downloaded the Uncharted collection from PSN?
Well, see, I'm pretty sure that's public. I was on my PlayStation Plus when it was free for the month.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the sales. You can look at the sales of a game.
That might be a little harder to find then, because you probably have to go to like a specific website that shows that data, and I know it's one that exists, but the name of it escapes me. I want to say Metacritic, but I don't think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that's what I'm thinking of.
But like I said, I bet you somebody getting Uncharted 4 next Tuesday, and then I play the collection. If you get Uncharted 4, probably because they probably saw the trailer or gameplay, or like, oh, this game looks pretty good. I'm gonna try it. That whole scene in the attic is gonna mean nothing to them. That whole scene with her drinking that attic, looking at his passive interest, is
man.
nothing.
Drake.
That moment of you in his attic, like, even that moment was just amazing to me. Like, nothing, it wasn't shooting nobody or nothing. It was just
exploration, pure, unadulterated exploration.
His house, see how he was living.
Right. Which is kind of interesting because every time we play these adventures, I be thinking to myself like, who's footing the bill for this? Did we get paid for the last job?
Right.
And why are we still doing this if we got paid for the last job?
Right.
Like, I'm telling you, if I was a treasure hunter, I probably would. My career would end so fucking early if I get that one good treasure hunt.
Cause they always made it seem like Drake never walked away with nothing every time.
Right.
For the first
I mean, at least give them like that Too Fast, Too Furious treatment. My pockets ain't empty, cuz.
Actually, on Uncharted 1, Sully does show with that boat full of like treasure.
Yeah. Yeah, he
But them
does.
niggas had it like by Uncharted 2, they spent all that money.
Man, what? They make it sound like they just fucking ball till they drop.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it was funny. It was cool too, cause like all them games, all them took like 2 years to make. I love that like 2 years would pass like in that world too.
Oh man, I love when games do stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought that was.
I want to say it's another game that did that, but I can't think of it. Where like I want to say the Arkham games might have done that.
Yeah.
I can't be sure, but I feel like the Arkham games have done that.
Yeah, but yeah, Uncharted 4, man, free next Tuesday.
And I'm still waiting on Rocksteady to put out this other new Arkham game.
I always see rumors always popping up about it as Arkham game, but no confirmations.
Right, and it's not like they're gonna be at E3. So.
There was a rumor too that they was gonna be
Oh yeah, it was. But see, like I said, I never put too much stock in that, because if fucking Rockstar is not gonna show up, why would Rocksteady? Like, Rocksteady seems like the type of company that's small enough to where instead of going to E3 and having like a presentation or whatever, they just like stealth bomb drop whatever they doing, kind of like what Sony did last year when they didn't show up to E3. They just dropped everything on their YouTube channels. All of a sudden, Xbox is going exclusive. Meanwhile, you're seeing like Horizon Zero Dawn for the first time. Like, oh my god! Like you're seeing Death Stranding.
Yeah. The review trailer for Death Stranding definitely things that had people talking for a while. But yeah, man, like Rocksteady, man. Whew. That's a whole other topic right there. Like, what the fuck they be working? That's the name of the article. What the fuck have they been working on these past 5 years?
Right. 5 years later and no Arkham. Are they in an asylum?
Right.
That would be exactly how I write that article.
Like they haven't made a game. They have not released a game since Arkham Knight. That's crazy when you think about it. Like, who is paying them?
Man.
Like, somebody's been paying the studio to make a game for the past 5 years.
And now that I think about it, didn't they also release like an Arkham collection?
They did.
Oh man.
That felt like I was 2 years ago. Yeah.
They had an Arkham collection and then oh my god, and they did Arkham Knight.
Uh-huh.
Because Sammy has that, which he has not finished.
Yeah, I said
You just gave up.
I gave up.
I'm gonna start telling him. Yeah, yo, you want me to play Destiny? That's all fine and well, but you gonna put in like an hour of time playing Arkham Knight.
Especially when he told you he liked it too. Like he actually said he liked when it started. Like,
Which is weird to me. And yo, he liked it, right? He said he liked it, but did not keep playing after what I thought was probably one of the most coolest lines I've ever heard. Batman comes up on the scene, beats a whole bunch of not police officer. He comes up on the scene, beats a whole bunch of thugs' asses, and then he saves this police officer. 30 seconds later, he sees his car cut the corner, and then he pulls out the grapple, and they narrowly escape. The officer thanks him, and then Batman walks away, and the officer's like, what are you doing? And then that Kevin Conroy, cool ass motherfucking voice, evening the odds. And you just see him like swoop down into the Batmobile. When I saw that shit, I said, yo, if I had not known ahead of time that the Batmobile was gonna be in the game, that would have took my excitement from like 9 to 12.
Hell yeah.
But I still went to 11 because driving that bitch felt so good. Yeah, I have no idea how they got that right, but I'm so glad. I am like,
you can tell they was proud of that Batmobile.
man,
they kept showing in the trailers.
That's why they wanted us to use it so goddamn much. They said, "Hey, we put a lot of time and effort in it. You niggas gonna use the fuck out this shit." Like,
that's what they did. They was like, "Yo, we put a Batmobile in this game. We're gonna make these niggas use it for at least 70% of it." I said, "Oh, that's too much." Down it bad.
Meanwhile, I'm playing Arkham Origins, and I'm just thinking to myself like, damn, I can't wait to fly this Batwing. Come find out this shit is just a fucking fast travel loading screen. I was like, no.
Yo, what Arkham Knight, like, I always respect that game, especially since like it didn't get no downgrade, like exactly how it looked.
Oh yeah,
like,
no. Oh my goodness. I think that was the first game where we looked at it and we were like, this is the power of the PS4.
Oh, the PS4, yup. Man, that game was beautiful.
Yeah.
And them niggas ain't made nothing since.
It's like, hey, you don't need anything right now. Objection.
The generation's finna be over.
Right.
The PS5 come out later this year.
That's probably what they're thinking. They probably like, you don't have to worry about that. There's like a whole other system that we're totally not making something for. Wink, wink.
So you're okay. So now we're saying that Rocksteady next game is coming out for the next gen system.
At this point, it has to.
Yeah,
if they come to E3 and say that, hey, this game is dropping like in the fall, even if it was coming to like, you know, the PS5, like if it comes out E3, they're making something, and it's coming out in the fall alongside of the PlayStation 5 and whatever.
Series X.
Yeah, I'm just saying if it came out alongside the PlayStation 5 but was also still on PlayStation 4, like I would probably not buy it until I got a PS5.
I don't even want to do that at this point. Like at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guess out here. I feel like they was making the game for the PS4, right?
And they had to stop.
And they was, I think, probably it was one of the instances was like the game scale was so great and huge that it was like, we can't put this on these systems. We're gonna put this on whatever comes next. And then when I ain't gonna say when them new systems got announced, but their development shift went to the next gen.
Right.
And that's what they're focused on now. That's what I believe. That's the only thing I could think of why they ain't put out nothing. Maybe in their mind it was like, we can't put this on the PS4 with 1.5 teraflops. Let's put it on the PS5 that has 10, which way more room for us to work on this game that we've been working on for years. And it's finally now these systems have enough space for us to make the game for the next gen and blow everybody's mind.
Right.
That's what I believe. That's what I'm gonna say happened. Maybe we could throw a little development hell up in there somewhere. Because if you've been working on it for 5 years, and we still don't even know what it is. You ain't put out no teaser, no reveal trailer, nothing. We honestly have no idea what you've been doing. That means that you've had to go through development hell a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, that might. I would hope that's one of those things where it's like, we got the bulk of the game done. It's just we have this one mechanic that's gonna make or break the game, and we can't get it to work right. Kind of like how they couldn't get Atreus to act right, and they had like 300 something bugs. I'd have been like, God damn. But last topic of the night, Injustice 3. Should they make one or not?
Ooh, should another run make Injustice 3?
I feel like
why do I feel like they've asked themselves this question within their studio?
I feel like so you think about your answer, but I feel like the answer should be no, only because I don't know where that story can go.
Didn't Injustice 2 have 2 different endings?
It did. It definitely did, and both of those endings were pretty good, especially Superman's ending.
And see, then now they're gonna have to choose that. Now they're gonna have to do the infamous route, because Infamous Second Son came out and they chose Infamous 2's good ending, if I'm correct, right? To make Second Son.
Yeah, because everybody had like conduit powers, I believe, and I think people were still sick in that game.
Yeah. So that means Infamous 2's bad ending isn't canon. Okay. So
Yes.
that makes Injustice 3. That means Injustice 3 is going to have to pick one of those endings to keep for when the story starts on 3.
Injustice 1 didn't have 2 different endings. It just had the one, right?
I think it just had the one. Just 2 had the 2 different endings.
So maybe Injustice 3 will have 3 different endings. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be fucked up.
Yeah, but Injustice 3, another one will have to pick one of those endings to make canon to the story. Unless they go overboard and read your system to see which ending you picked.
Ooh.
And just go over that.
I would love that. That would be amazing.
A lot of games don't do that. So something like Telltale.
Oh yeah, but they no. See, I
really,
don't want to count that, because those games are designed like that.
Yeah.
You purposely are designing games like that. Like, you don't have to purposely design a fighting game of all things like that.
But I feel like they're gonna pick one of those endings to make canon and start just like that. But according to what you said, do I think they need to make an Injustice 3? They don't need to. They don't have to.
I would love that.
Do I feel like it's coming?
I don't even feel like it's coming. I don't feel like it's in the works at all. I feel like the closest I'm gonna get to hype for Injustice 3 is when they announced Darkseid and they showed like the fight intro between Brainiac. He was like, Are you a god? From the fiery depths of apocalypse. Noted for further classification. And then like halfway through the fight, you see his what do they call it when you did their special? Or not special, but like their super. I forgot what those are called. The ones where you gotta hit the like the back buttons. Whatever. I saw when he did that, and I said, "Oh, he's about to miss because Brainiac's just gonna fly. Holy shit, them shits follow you." And like my brain shat itself that day because I watched that trailer at least 5 times because it was just that good. Even though Darkseid, the character, probably just doesn't play that well in the game, that had me like really, I don't know, really mind blown.
Yeah, like I said, I'll just say they don't. NetherRealm doesn't have to make an Injustice 3, but they do. I'll copy it because Injustice 2 is really good.
Oh yeah, of course. And I love when people make fighting games with good stories, because then I'll play I'll play your fighting game just for the story if it's good. That's, to be honest, that's slick. The only reason I still play Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter's story is not bad. It's just not engaging to me. The characters are engaging. The story with those characters are not.
NetherRealm deserves more respect for making their fighting game stories really good.
And
like, I need more respect for that.
And I wish someone would take this same concept and apply it to like an X-Men game. Because I thought about that at work yesterday. I thought about, damn, if NetherRealm could like work on an X-Men game, I hope they chapter the fuck out that game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And Ed Boon has gone on record saying that he's getting, Mortal Kombat's kind of
reaching the end of his lifespan. If he left it off the way it is right now, like just open-ended up the speculation, how would you feel about that?
If he left it off with Mortal Kombat 11's ending?
Yeah. Fire God Liu Kang.
That's
also spoilers.
That is fine with me. If they left it off right there. But like I said, I know he says he's getting tired of it. I don't think they asked him about Injustice. Like, he can't get tired of that because only 2 games.
Bruh, I feel like everybody is sleep, but the storytelling is finite in my opinion. But I feel like everybody else has forgot about Injustice. I really do.
Mortal Kombat is the more popular property, of course.
I mean it is, but when it comes to like game mechanics, I don't know what else you could put in Injustice to make it good, because they added a lot of game mechanics between 1 and 2.
They sure did, boy.
The gear system being the chief most amongst them. And I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
Yep. And I feel like I still feel like the gear system was better in Injustice 2 than in Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, of course. Of course it is.
Yeah, Injustice 2. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I feel like they will make Injustice 3. Just to have it at least a trilogy.
Well, alright then.
And the way Injustice 2 ended, because it didn't end on everything is
it depends on what ending you get. I don't remember Batman's ending. I remember Superman's ending because my jaw fucking. Oh, actually, I take it back. I remember Batman's ending now. So I actually like both of those, and I want Injustice 3 now because I remember both of those endings. Both of those endings work. Both of those endings work.
Both of them work. Oh yeah.
And it's so scary because I don't know which one I would want them to take after, because they could say, oh, well, Superman just escaped from the Phantom Zone, or they could say, Superman has Batman on a goddamn leash and is like controlling everything again.
This is why, you know what? I'm gonna say that confirmed it right there, what you just said. I believe because Just 2 had 2 different endings, that we're getting a 3.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
But then the other thing is, like, then you gotta think about the characters. I already know that Batman, Superman, maybe the Flash are automatically on that list. Like, no matter what. Even if the Flash wasn't in there.
The star in Injustice 2?
Yes, she was. Beautiful.
Yeah, I really like how they did her character. They did a really good job with her in Injustice 2.
Man.
But yeah, Injustice 3 is, I'm gonna say it's coming. Probably on the PS5 though.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's on the PS5. It's not on the PS4, so I can, can't see what it looks like on a next-gen system. Of course. But Injustice 2 was a beautiful game. And Mortal Kombat 11 was a beautiful game. Both of them had great graphics.
Hell yeah. Voice acting never looked so amazing.
It was that was great. Story's great on both of those games. I said that's around. Yeah, they deserve more credit out here in these streets. they doing their gaming duties with fighting games. Like, they doing a really good job with it.
Right. Lambo Famdo. We were taking photos.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna say Justice 3 is coming. Kratos is not a misogynist.
Hell no, not by a long shot.
Not by a long shot. And shout out to hip hop.
Oh yeah.
The music.
And to quote Muscle Man, and my mom.
Oh shit.
Oh, we gotta talk about that next time. TV shows, Rick and Morty, Adventure Time, and regular show.
3 good picks right now.
Cause I have not seen the finales. I've not seen the finales to Adventure Time and regular show, and I slick kind of like fell off of them.
They were hard to keep. They was hard to like stay on it because of how Cartoon Network would treat them shows. Like,
right.
Cut them.
Yeah. I think it's because it's different, being that this stuff is made in America versus anime, which is made overseas. You just paying for the licensing rights, and you got to pay people to dub it. That's it. You done. The animation's already done for you. You may have to change a couple of stuff that either won't make sense or is inappropriate. But yeah. But this is Like I said, this has been the Dopest Podcast, episode number 8. Live long and prosper. I don't really have anything like witty or wise to say other than be safe out here. Yeah, stay in the house. Stay in the fucking house and go on some goddamn adventures as Nathan fucking Drake and your boy Sully. So, yeah. Keep calm and take